Hi everyone, Alchemist here. Today, I want to talk about free will and destiny. What's the meaning of destiny, free will, and what's really the difference? Now, I'm pretty sure about the fact that most of you know the meaning of destiny and free will. But do you really know what's the difference? Do you really know what it means to have free will? Many people will say, well, yes, I do have free will. I do have free will to do whatever I want. Let me clarify this for you. So destiny is when something is destined for you. Basically, you live your life in the way it was written, in the way it was predestined. Everything is there. You feel like you're not having much control. You're not making your own choices. Everything is done for you. You have the illusion of the choice. You have the illusion that you're making choices, but everything is just happening without you wanting something to happen. And that is destiny, which is, I would say, 98% of humanity is living by destiny. 98%. That's what I think. Free will, however, free will is tricky. Free will is hard. It's very tricky. Free will is basically going against destiny. Free will means you decided to go against destiny. And you know how hard it is to say no to destiny and go against it? It means that you're defying destiny. You're defying destiny. And that's what most people don't understand. The gravity of the situation of defying destiny, that's when things become problematic. That's when things become harder than if you chose destiny. Most of you, the watchers, are probably having lots of problems and lots of hiccups and lots of hurdles, and you're wondering why a lot of things are not smooth in your life, especially the gifted people, especially the people who chose to do the occult or who chose to become a reader or a witch or an occultist or whichever occult practice. You're probably having the most struggle, and I can understand, and I'm gonna give you the answer why. That's because you chose to defy destiny. When you choose to defy destiny and say, no, I am not gonna do what was written for me, which is to obey my parents, go to school, have a degree, get a job, get a 9 to 5, work my whole life, get married, have kids, and then just, have kids and keep working until you die. You saying no to that destiny, you saying no to that, you're like going against creation. You're saying to creation, I am my own God. And that is the hardest thing to do. And I'm speaking from experience. That's the hardest thing to do, but that's also the most courageous thing to do. And that's also the thing that's gonna give you the answers so you can transcend this human reincarnation. That's the only way out. When you start questioning and when you defy destiny, because now you're becoming your own God, you're defying destiny. You're like, I am not gonna do what was written for me. I am gonna do what I'm gonna build for myself. Free will is one of the hardest things that one can deal with in a human lifetime. And when you choose to do things based upon free will, think about it. It's like you're building from scratch. It means that everything that was built for you in this lifetime that was meant to happen is not happening. That means there's an empty space. It's your sphere, it's your circle, if we want to talk in terms of geometry and sacred geometry. And in that sphere, which is your own creation, now you have to build, now you have to carve, now you have to create your own flower of life. but you don't want to use this thing that was pre-built for you. You don't want to use it. You're saying no to it. And that's actually good. Only the awakened ones, only the aware ones are gonna choose free will, the real free will. Not just like, oh, well, I don't want this partner, it's my free will. No, I don't talk about that. I talk about rejecting everything that destiny was preparing for you. And that's why life becomes harder. Because now you're put through the test. Can you prove that you can be your own God? Can you prove that? Can you prove that you can build everything on your own like a real God or goddess? Can you do that? Because that's real free will. So that's why going against destiny is gonna be hard. It's gonna be very hard. Many people can stay in their predestined life and everything will go smooth for them. I witnessed this with my family, with my friends, with many peers in society, when they just do what's meant for them and they go to school and they get a job and they get a good salary and they get a family and everything just seems like it's happening. I know hundreds and hundreds of people who are living like this. It's auto mode. It's living on auto. You're just going and everything is smooth. But the trick and the mistake is to not fall for comparing yourself to the people who chose to follow destiny. Yes, it's gonna seem like things are smoother for them. Yes, it's gonna seem like they're more successful. Yes, it's gonna seem like they're having their life together. But they never chose free will, they chose what was there for them. That's why everything looks smooth. Are they aware? No. Are they awakened? Not necessarily. Are they questioning existence and life? Absolutely not. All they care about is working, making money, and taking care of their family. Is that wrong? By no means. No, absolutely not. That's totally fine. Is that a bad thing? No, that's not a bad thing. But what I'm trying to share with you and explain here is to be aware of what you want. If you want free will and to build your life from scratch based upon your free will, it's gonna be one of the hardest things you're going to encounter. And there's gonna be problems, and there's gonna be suffering, and there's gonna be many things that you will not encounter if you chose destiny. You will, if you choose free will, you will feel you're by yourself. You will feel like you're alone. You will struggle with money. You will struggle fitting in society. Everyone will think and look at you like you're weird, like you're crazy, like you're out of your mind, like you're not part of the whole. You are gonna have less friends and less peers and less people to surround yourself with. That's gonna happen. Get ready for it. Get ready for it. Because you're choosing to build your own thing, like a real god and goddess. But the results in the end game, at the end, you're gonna realize that choosing free will was was worth it. It was really worth it compared to destiny, because with destiny, yes, things will go smooth. Yes, everything will be fine, and it will look like you're successful and you have your life together. But then you're gonna reincarnate again here. You're gonna come back. Nothing's gonna change. You're gonna keep repeating the cycle. So choosing to build your own life based on your free will is a sign of awakening. It's a sign that you're defying creation, that you're telling creation, I'm ready to be my own God. I'm ready to be a God, one of the gods. These saints and sages in the past, they realized that. And I gave this example in my other video about the Gautama Buddha. That's what he did. The predestined life for him was royalty. He was a prince. It was riches, money, gold, royalty, women, everything that a human man would desire. Back in those times, at least, back in those times, he had what everyone would desire. But he said, no, this is destiny. I'm not choosing destiny. I'm going to choose free will. And when he turned 29 years old, He left everything behind to carve and build his life based on his free will from scratch. And the result? Well, he became the awesome Buddha. That's the result. Same thing happened for many saints and sages. If you check their stories, all of them went through this. No one followed destiny and became something amazing. Now, there is an exception. There are some people who will follow their destiny and seem like they never struggled. Or, no, I'm sorry. There are some people who look like they're choosing free will. They just look like they're choosing free will and everything is smooth for them. I'm going to give you an example. It's like an actor or a celebrity or someone who's like, these people who say that, I built my business and now I'm a millionaire, I'm a billionaire, and I started from scratch and I did everything. It looks like these people chose free will, which is not to go to school or not to graduate or not to do the normal stuff that other people are doing. But what if I tell you that's not free will? What if I tell you that for those people that was predestined for them building their business from scratch and doing whatever they're doing and everything seems smooth for them, that was their destiny. So they're not doing any free will. They're not using any free will. Free will is to start from zero, literally nothing. You get to a point of your life where you're like, I don't know where the heck I am and I don't know who I am. You're like you're just born again. That's real free will. And that's what gets you closer to becoming a God. So when you transcend, you are God. And you can do and act like your own creation. You can create your own realities and you can manifest dimensions and planets and universes, which you will be the ruler, the God or the goddess. And again, when I say God, it's just because of how people label this. It could be goddess, it could be anything, this spirit, this energy, So choosing free will, I'm here to remind you that it's not gonna be easy. It's gonna be a tough road. It's gonna be a tough path from every aspect. But if that's what you really want, then get ready. It's gonna be a long journey. But the choice is yours. The choice is yours. Because if you choose destiny, it's gonna be much easier. That's what I always say to people. Destiny is always much easier and smoother. If I stayed in what was destined for me, if I stayed there, my life would have been so smooth in the most like easy, smooth way you can imagine. So I'm pretty certain there's much more to this about free will and destiny, but I wanted to share this with you. What about you guys? What do you think? What do you think about free will and destiny? Do you think you're living by free will, or do you think you're living by destiny? Which one are you doing? Which one are you choosing? Let me know in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.